Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Facts Philic Show. Let's know the facts. This is the first video of this channel. Today's topic of our discussion is outer space facts. In this video there will be 10 unique facts about the space. So let's start without any delay and watch the full video to know the interesting facts. A wormhole, or Einstein-Rosen bridge or Einstein-Rosen wormhole, is a speculative structure linking disparate points in space-time, and is based on a special solution of the Einstein field equations. Wormholes are consistent with the general theory of relativity by Einstein, but whether wormholes actually exist remains to be seen. There are 6 primary types of wormholes. They are traversable, non-traversable, one-way, two-way, intra-universe and inter-universe. One-way wormholes are of 2 types, that is black hole and white hole. The most common type of wormhole that exists is the transverse wormhole. If traversable wormholes exist, they might allow time travel. Wormholes can link to different times. If you travel using the wormhole you would stuck wherever you land, as you won't find a wormhole back to the same location in the same era or universe. Number 2. A black hole is a region of spacetime where gravity is so strong that nothing, no particles or even electromagnetic radiation such as light, can escape from it. The theory of general relativity predicts that a sufficiently compact mass can deform spacetime to form a black hole. There are 4 types of black holes: stellar, intermediate, supermassive, and miniature. The most commonly known way a black hole forms is by stellar death. Supermassive black holes, predicted by Einstein's general theory of relativity, can have masses equal to billions of suns. These cosmic monsters likely hide at the centers of most galaxies. The Milky Way hosts its own supermassive black hole at its center known as Sagittarius A. The power radiated by quasars is enormous. The most powerful quasars have luminosities thousands of times greater than a galaxy. Quasars are the brightest thing in the universe, which can be 429 trillion times brighter than our Sun. Quasars are found over a very broad range of distances, and quasar discovery surveys have demonstrated that quasar activity was more common in the distant past. Exactly how a quasar is formed is still a matter of debate and extensive research, but the best guess that the scientists give is that the supermassive black hole starts consuming mass from the accretion disk, which heats up the matter, gases and other material, falling into the black hole. A neutron star is the collapsed core of a massive supergiant star, which had a total mass of between 10 and 25 solar masses, possibly more if the star was especially metal-rich. Except for black holes, and some hypothetical objects, for example white holes, quark stars, and strange stars, neutron stars are the smallest and densest currently known class of stellar objects. Neutron stars result from the supernova explosion of a massive star, combined with gravitational collapse, that compresses the core past white dwarf star density to that of atomic nuclei. Once formed, they no longer actively generate heat, and cool over time. However, they may still evolve further through collision or accretion. Neutron stars that can be observed are very hot and typically have a surface temperature of around 600,000 K. A spoonful of matter taken from a neutron star would weigh more than Mount Everest or 900 Pyramid of Giza. Approximately 5,500,000,000 tons. Most neutron stars are very fast rotators. The Milky Way has about 100 million neutron stars. Neutron stars and pulsars are often the same thing. Number 5. Astronomers have discovered the largest body of water so far known, a reservoir of water floating in space around an ancient distant quasar, holding 140 trillion times the mass of water in the Earth's oceans. Remarkably enough, the find was dated as being 12 billion light-years away, only 1.6 billion light-years farther from the Big Bang. The environment around this quasar is unique in that it's producing this huge mass of water, says Matt Bradford, a scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, and a visiting associate at Caltech. It's another demonstration that water is pervasive throughout the universe, even at the very earliest times. A gravitational lens is a distribution of matter, such as a cluster of galaxies, between a distant light source and an observer, that is capable of bending the light from the source as the light travels towards the observer. This effect is known as gravitational lensing, and the amount of bending is one of the predictions of Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity. A gravitational lens has no single focal point, but a focal line. There are three classes of gravitational lensing: strong lensing, where there are easily visible distortions such as the formation of Einstein rings, arcs, and multiple images; weak lensing, where the distortions of background sources are much smaller; microlensing, where no distortion in shape can be seen. Number 7. Ganymede is the seventh moon of Jupiter and the third of the Galilean moons. It is the largest moon in the solar system and is larger than the planet Mercury and dwarf planet Pluto. Ganymede is only slightly smaller than Mars, and if it were orbiting the Sun rather than Jupiter, it would be classified as a planet itself. Ganymede was discovered by Galileo Galilei on January 7, 1610, along with the three other Jovian moons Europa, Io, and Callisto. Together they are referred to as the Galilean moons. It takes 7.1 Earth days to orbit Jupiter at a speed of 39,165 km per hour. With a mass 16.2% higher than that of Jupiter and a radius 13.8% greater, HD 189,733 orbits its host star once every 2.2 days at an orbital speed of 152.5 km per second, 341,000 miles per hour, making it a hot Jupiter with poor prospects for extraterrestrial life. The blueness of the planet may be the result of Rayleigh scattering. In mid-January 2008, spectral observation during the planet's transit using that model found that if molecular hydrogen exists, it would have an atmospheric pressure of 410 plus or minus 30 mbar of 0.1564 solar radii. This planet looks a lot like Earth from a distance, but it's more like Earth's evil twin. Its wind blows at 7 times the speed of sound, and its rain is made of molten glass. This super-hot glass rain is just one consequence of the close proximity between the gas giant alien planet HD 189733b and its Sun, which causes daytime temperatures to soar as high as 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit, 930 degrees Celsius, scientists said. Number 9. A strange outer space stone. In 1908, a meteor about 10 inches in diameter was hurled through space and buried itself in the ground of the Cowichan Valley, in British Columbia. The marble-shaped meteor was engraved with unknown hieroglyphics. This story was even published as the front-page newspaper article. Number 10. If two pieces of metal touch in space, they will bond permanently. This happens because the oxygen in our atmosphere forms a thin layer of oxidized metal on every exposed surface. This acts as a barrier that conveniently prevents metal from sticking to other chunks of metal. Since there is no oxygen in space, they stick to each other, and this process is called cold welding. Finally, we completed all 10 points of our discussion. Comment me whether any of you knew one of these facts. So, today's video is up to this much. See you in the next video. Till then, like, share and subscribe.